And we're back with the WHHI Daily News. Weston Newton has joined us once again for his monthly update. Usually Bob talks with him, but I'm here today. Representative Newton, it's so honored to have you on our program. We've wrapped up the legislative session. We've got a lot to talk about. Some of it you've already shared with Bob, particularly the liquor liability. We did it. You did it. Thank you so much. Just quickly on update on that, and then we'll go into some other topics.
The governor signed it into law mid-May. I was delighted to get to be a part of his ceremony. You know, quite frankly, when I was called upon to deliver remarks at that, I simply said, this is the fulfillment of a promise. We told small business in South Carolina that we were going to deliver measures this year to address the skyrocketing insurance, and we did it. More work to be done, but our bars and restaurants no longer are going to be held hostage to a bigger issue in terms of other medical malpractice, statute of repose, other tort reform issues that need to be debated. Okay, very good. Let's jump over to the tax cuts, historic and more to come down the road, we hope. Absolutely. Well, the Senate hadn't taken it up, but, you know, when we started this session, the Republican caucus in the House said, we want to try to find a way to get to zero income tax in South Carolina. The House has passed a bill. You know, today we're tied to the federal definition of income and what's taxable. We're trying to decouple with the federal government, get to a fair flat tax, and ultimately put us on a path of zero income tax in South Carolina. So a lot of work left to be done, but the bill has passed the House and is pending in the Senate. You know, it's a first step. To lower the top marginal rate from 6.2 to 5.39, right, ultimately down to 1.99, fair flat tax, and then on a pathway to zero, provided economic conditions continue to be what they are in South Carolina. And let's pray for that, for sure. Now let's jump over to the budget, and thank you for teacher raises once again. You know, it's great. I mean, when you look and see where we were in 2017, we were at $28,000. You know, at that point in time, the governor and the legislature committed to work together to do what we needed to do to take care of teachers in South Carolina. We had a teacher shortage. We had folks that were retiring early, leaving the business, not coming in. Everybody has been working really hard, and the fact that we're at $48,500 a year starting teacher salary in just that handful of years is remarkable. You know, we wanted to be above the Southeastern average. We're there. But there's a continued commitment to make sure we're taking care of our teachers that are so important for the next generation. Yes, thank you so much for that, and also the SROs in every school in Beaufort County. But in my headlines, I talked about the widening of I-95, groundbreaking later this summer. Thank you so much for your work on that and pulling down federal funds for this huge, the largest project in state's history. You know, it really, this is one of those items that the entire delegation has been doing everything we can with members of the Highway Commission, with the Secretary of Transportation, encouraging and highlighting the needs that we have in this part of South Carolina, not just because of hurricane evacuation, but that's clearly a safety need, but, you know, capacity needs on a daily basis. I mean, I-95, the improvements are so desperately needed. And, you know, look, all we have to do is go back and look at the roads bill in 2017. It was a difficult vote to have to take to say that we need to index our gas tax. We need to index and increase our motor fuel fee in South Carolina because we do not have, based on the size of our road network system, enough funding going into our roadway network, given that we maintain some 42,000 miles of roads in the state. You know, look, flash forward from that vote that we took in 2017 and the roads bill, I was delighted to be on the ad hoc committee in the House when we studied this issue, bringing my experience from county council, where we had a local sales tax, where we had the toll road on Hilton Head, where we went through these difficult discussions about capacity, safety, need, and where we are today. I mean, having those funds has put South Carolina in a place to take down matching funds when many places in the country don't have the capability to match. So I'm delighted. If you look around, there are orange cones all over the state of South Carolina, and I'm just delighted that we're moving forward at a faster pace than originally planned on widening 95. It's desperately needed.
It sure is, and you've been a champion for that. Thank you for your service and your leadership, Representative Newton. We appreciate you so much. You're juggling between the state legislature and your law office responsibilities. We respect you so much and respect your work and appreciate you. So thanks for being on the news, and we'll be right back with more Daily News. Don't go away.